Hi, I'm Lady Lampathon, and I am so excited that you're here. I cannot wait to see what we'll discover on today's adventure. Oh, wow, look over there. Looks like a palace. I wonder who lives there. Wait, check this out. It's a scroll. Maybe it has something to do with the palace. Let's see. Oh, the Story of Esther. Now this is a must-read. Here, let's get cozy by this tree and see what this story is all about. Chapter 1. A Royal Banquet and a Bold Refusal. In the grand palace of King Xerxes, ruler over a vast empire from India to Ethiopia, a celebration like no other began. For 180 days, the king showcased his wealth and splendor to nobles and officials. Gold cups clinked, laughter filled the halls, and his glory dazzled the crowd. But when the feast neared its end, Xerxes made one last request. He summoned Queen Vashti, hoping to show off her beauty to the guests. But Vashti refused. The king was furious. No one denied the king, especially not in front of his court. His advisors warned him, if Vashti disrespects you, other wives may follow her example. So, Xerxes made a painful decision. Vashti was removed from her royal position. The search for a new queen would soon begin. Wow, it's only the first chapter and so much has happened. I can't wait to see what King Xerxes will do without his queen. Chapter 2. Esther becomes queen. Though the palace was quiet, King Xerxes missed Vashti. His officials suggested gathering the most beautiful young women in the kingdom to find a new queen. Well, that didn't take long. Among them was Esther, a graceful and kind Jewish girl raised by her cousin Mordecai. Esther followed Mordecai's advice and kept her Jewish identity a secret. After months of preparation, the king met Esther, and he was captivated. More than anyone else, she won his heart. King Xerxes placed the royal crown on her head and made her queen. Soon after, Mordecai overheard 2 palace guards plotting to harm the king. He told Esther, who warned Xerxes. The conspirators were stopped, and Mordecai's deed was recorded in the royal history books. What a betrayal! I'm so glad King Xerxes was safe and he got the queen of his dreams. Ooh, I wonder what happens next. Oh, hey there, Bunny. Looks like you've overheard the story and have come to join me. Let's keep reading. Chapter 3. A Wicked Plan. As time passed, the king promoted a proud man named Haman to a high position. All were ordered to bow before him. But Mordecai refused. He would only bow to God. Haman was enraged. It wasn't enough to punish Mordecai. He wanted to destroy all the Jewish people in the kingdom. He convinced King Xerxes to sign a decree allowing the annihilation of the Jews on a chosen date. The people of God were now in grave danger. Oh no! What will happen to Queen Esther and her people? You remember she's been keeping her true identity a secret. Oh hey there, Fox, you are right in time to find out what happens next. Chapter 4. Esther's Brave Decision. When Mordecai heard the news, he tore his clothes and mourned in the streets. He sent word to Esther, begging her to speak to the king and plead for their lives. Esther was terrified. No one could approach the king without being summoned. Doing so could mean death. But Mordecai's words moved her heart. Who knows if you were made queen for such a time as this? With courage rising, Esther made a bold decision. If I perish, I perish. She asked Mordecai and all the Jews to fast and pray for 3 days. Wow! Is she really going to risk her life to save her people? I know God has to come through for her because there is power in prayer. Let's see what happens next. This story is so good. Chapter 5. Esther's First Move. After 3 days, Esther put on her royal robes and entered the king's court. Xerxes was pleased. He extended his golden scepter, sparing her life. Instead of making her request immediately, Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet. There, she invited them again to a second banquet the next day. Haman was thrilled until he saw Mordecai again, refusing to bow. Furious, he built a gallows to hang Mordecai. Oh no, he built a gallows to hang Mordecai? Wow, that's evil! Chapter 6. A Royal Surprise. That night, the king couldn't sleep. He ordered the royal records to be read to him. In them, he discovered that Mordecai had once saved his life but was never honored for it. Just then, Haman entered, hoping to ask permission to execute Mordecai. Instead, the king asked him, "What should be done for a man the king wishes to honor?" Haman, thinking the king meant him, suggested a royal parade in kingly robes. To his horror, the king said, "Excellent, go and do that for Mordecai." What a turn of events. Oh hey birdies, did you hear? Haman had to honor Mordecai. Now that's a wild ride. Chapter 7. Esther speaks up. At the second banquet, King Xerxes once again asked Esther what she desired. With trembling courage, she spoke. "If I have found favor in your eyes, spare my life and the lives of my people. We are to be destroyed." The king was shocked. Who would dare do such a thing? Esther pointed. "That wicked man, Haman." The king stormed out in anger. When he returned, he saw Haman falling on the couch where Esther sat, begging for mercy. Xerxes ordered Haman to be executed, on the very gallows he built for Mordecai. Oh my! Haman's own plan worked against him. Now if that's not a turn of events, I don't know what is. Chapter 8. A new decree. Though Haman was gone, the original decree to destroy the Jews was still in place. Esther wept before the king, pleading for her people. Xerxes gave Haman's estate and position to Mordecai. He also gave Mordecai and Esther the power to write a new decree. The new law allowed the Jews to defend themselves on the day of the attack. The royal messengers rode swiftly to deliver the news. I am so glad the king allowed a new decree to be written. Chapter 9. Victory and Celebration. When the dreaded day came, the Jews rose in courage and faith. With the king's support, they defended themselves and defeated their enemies. Joy and relief swept across the land. Mordecai and Esther declared that this day of victory should never be forgotten. They named it Purim, a celebration of deliverance, joy, and God's unseen hand at work. That victory definitely deserved to be celebrated. The final chapter, Chapter 10, Mordecai's Legacy. Mordecai was promoted to the highest rank under King Xerxes. He worked for the good of his people, spoke up for peace, and was loved by many. The story of Esther remains a shining example of courage, faith, and how one brave woman changed the fate of an entire people for such a time as this. Wow, what an incredible story that encourages us to trust in God no matter what! Friends, I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did, and I can't wait to see you on our next adventure. Till next time, friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and while you're here, please check out my other adventures and share with your friends. See you on the next one.